Selma and welcome to my book journey. Today I have my haul video for the month of March. So I didn't think that I picked up very many books this month until I had counted them up, and yeah, I did get quite a few all during the month long, and most of these are books I picked up at the thrift store. I had let's see, I think one on Pango and a couple giveaways, which is always awesome. And then I have a early birthday present, a birthday gift that I just got the other day. So I wanted to share that with you. So I did pretty good as far as picking up books. I unhauled two on Pango, on my Pangobooks, and I will link my shop below as well if you are interested in that. I did sell 2 books this month. And also, as I was rearranging my shelves of this month, I set aside quite a few books, and I didn't count them, but there's quite a few that I was going to unhaul in like a little free library run for the month. But then I started thinking, I was like, wait a minute, I am getting ready, and we haven't started yet because a lot of things have happened recently, but I have a little free library that my husband, a kit, got for me, and so we have to put it together and paint it and get it set up in our front yard. So I thought, I was like, well, wait a minute, once we get that up, I have to have books to put in my little free library. So instead of taking these books that I normally would unhaul at a little free library, I'm going to hold on to them and use those for whenever I get my little free library up and running. So I haven't hauled books, I just haven't got them out of my house yet. They're still going to be going into my upcoming little free library. Okay, so let's get started with the books that I did pick up during the month of March. Okay, so the first book I'm going to talk about is the book that I got as a birthday gift, and it came as a big surprise to me, and I was just so thankful for it. And that is a brand new book by Karen Whittemire called Taming Lady Temperance. And so the ladies that sent this to me are part of the Happy Readathon that we're co-hosting for the month of April. And so they surprised me and got this for me because we all want to group read this book together in the month of April. So, and they got that for me for my birthday, so I'm so blessed. And so I'm really excited about this one. So what is this book about? It says Noreen O'Sullivan is an enthusiastic member of the Women's Christian Temperance Union and believes herself called to defend the cause of prohibition. When she's invited to join the secret society of spinsters, Noreen jumps at the chance to rally others to her movement and shut down the local saloon for good. However, her passionate campaigning often puts her at odds with the men around her, including the local deputy. So that might be maybe a possible love interest with the local deputy. So this is a book one in a new series, and the series is called The Secret Society of Spinsters. That's the name of the series. So, isn't that a beautiful cover? And I love it because it has raised letters. So pretty. So thank you to those lovely ladies that picked that book up for me. These next 2 books I won in a giveaway. So this one is by Heather Tabers, and she, on her Instagram, she did a giveaway for her upcoming book, and this is called In Books and Battlefields. Just love that cover with the bookcases, with the book, all the books. And this is a World War I novel, and it's set in World War I. And then she also gave me this really pretty bookmark in here, and she signed it for me. And so what this is, like I said, set in World War I, it says a spirited librarian with a guarded heart, a haunted surgeon battling the past, a quiet deputy who never stopped hoping. It says in 1917, a spirited librarian, Isabella Pearson, leaves her comfortable life in Denver to serve at Camp Sheridan, Alabama, determined to bring hope to weary soldiers, not fall in love. But her plans for independence are tested when she finds herself pursued by Major Brian McDaniel, a brooding Army surgeon haunted by loss, and Nathaniel Steele, her brother's loyal best friend, who followed her across the country with hopes of winning her heart. As mysterious accidents and whispers of sabotage plague the camp, Isabella must decide whom to trust with her heart and with her life. Okay, so she's having to choose between the surgeon and her brother's best friend. Oh, that sounds so good. So I'm so thankful for Heather Tabers, the author, to choose me in that giveaway. And I just look forward to reading that book. The other book that I wanted to give away was actually a Goodreads giveaway. And that is The Moonshine Women. It's a historical fiction by Michelle Collins Anderson. So I haven't heard of this author before, but I always click on the Goodreads. I go through all the giveaways to see, usually it's a historical fiction that I click on. Just you never know, and look, you win. Sometimes you win. So this is about sisters that are living in. This is also during the Great War, World War I. So it's similar in the history, this is in the Ozarks, and it's a family that has made moonshine for a long time. So it's a generational thing. So I just love that cover too. So I was excited to win that giveaway. And then I also got a bookmark in that one too. Books are my love language. Yeah, they pretty much are. Okay, this next one is one I just picked up that came in the mail today. I've been waiting for it. And this is my classic book that I'm going to read for the month of April, May, and June. And that is Jane Eyre. And I just love this cover. Isn't that pretty? I just think that's really pretty. So I've never read, like I said in my TBR video, I've never read Jane Eyre, so I'm looking forward to reading it. And it's not as chunky as I thought. And I looked, I'm like, I hope I didn't get an abridged version, but I don't see anywhere that it says abridged. So I'm hoping that this is the whole story. But yeah, I just love that cover. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. Okay, the rest of these books are all bought at the thrift store. So they're all thrift store purchases that I just, I thought they were great finds. The first one is this book. This was actually on my Pango's wish list, Pangobooks wish list that, I hadn't gotten around to getting it. And it's by Kristen Harmel, The Book of Lost Names. And I've heard so much about this book. Set in World War II era, and it is about another librarian, and I just love this cover, so I'm excited about that find. This is another, well, here, let's stick with World War, actually this is World War I. This one I actually picked up at my library sale for $1 at my library sale, and it's called Birdsong, and I've heard that this is a really great World War I novel. And then also at my library sale, I picked up a pretty bookmark that they had there. And yeah, so this is yeah, it's an older series. Obviously they've made movies of it, because this is a cover of looks like some couple actors. Oh yeah, it's been on Masterpiece on PBS. And yeah, so I'm excited about this one. I've been wanting to read this particular story for a long time. Okay, and then I picked up this one. This book might be familiar if you remember my my TBR video where I talked about all the library books I picked up. And I didn't notice it until I was going through my video and putting my library books together. I'm like, oh, when I was at the library sale, or at the thrift store, I can't remember. No, I think it was the library sale. I saw this book and it looked familiar to me. I was like, I know this is familiar to me. It's familiar to me because maybe I wanted to read it, and I read the back of it and I saw that it was interesting about a nurse in the 1800s living in the slums area in New York. And I was like, oh, that sounds really interesting. So I went ahead and bought it. It was only $1. And then I noticed that I had checked it out from the library. but now I have a copy of, you know, my own, so I thought that was kind of funny. Okay, this book I picked it up because it was in such good condition. This is book 2 in the Hunger Games series. Not recently, but a while back I picked up book 1, and I've been wanting to read at least book 1 because I want to read the prequels, and I haven't got around to reading book 1. And then I saw this one in such good condition because I know that as soon as I read book 1, I'm going to want to read book 2. And so I saw it there and I thought, well, you might as well just grab it so that you have it when the time comes. And then the last 2 were part of a series, and these were in really nice condition as well. And so these are part of the Whispers in the Moors series by Sarah Ladd. And they just looked familiar to me, like I'd seen them before. And I just loved the Regency era that it is taking place in, Darbury, England in 1814. Let's see, this one says, Amelia Barrett, heiress to an estate nestled in the English moors, defies family expectation and promises to raise her dying friend's baby. She'll risk everything to keep her word, even to the point of proposing to the child's father, a sea captain she's never met. Okay, a little intrigue there. Okay, so I saw book 1, and then they also had book 3. Yes, I know I'm missing book 2, but they had book 3, and in such a great condition as well. So I love these. The covers are so pretty, and this one's called A Lady at Willow Grove Hall. Like I said, book 3. And the second one, actually, they did have it there, but it had a bunch of stickers and it was ugly. So I was like, I can either check the book 2 out, or I might come across book 2 sometime later. But I love getting series when they're all there. And so I'm okay with at least getting book 1, right? If I get book 1, and now I have book 1 and book 3. Okay, so that is it. Those are all the books that I picked up for the month of March. So not a ton, but I'm trying to be better about that, and I'm trying to read these, and I think I will definitely read my giveaway book from Heather. I really want to read this one. It just sounds wonderful. So I'll definitely read those, and we'll see about the others. And of course, my group read book, Karen Whittemeyer's book, that I'm going to be reading with my friends in April. All right, well, that's all I have for you today, and you all have a blessed day, and thank you so much for hanging out. You all, bye-bye.